Let's talk about the skin we all forget until the very first warm day. Your face gets serums, moisturizers, the SPF, the whole routine. Then summer hits and the shorts and swimsuits come out, and suddenly you remember you have arms, legs, a back, and a body that has seen nothing but layers since October. So this one is the Summer Body Survival Guide. The bumpy arms, the rough patches, the cellulite nobody wants to mention, the stretch marks, the sweat, and how you actually get a glow without baking in the sun. No shame, no miracle, no promises, just what works and what we reached for, all on the shelf at BSE. One thing before we start, cellulite, stretch marks, texture, none of it has a flaw or something you need to fix. It's normal. It's most of us. And in this episode, it's about feeling good in your skin and keeping it healthy, not chasing an impossible version of yourself. Welcome to Skin Talks.
This is Skin Talks, the podcast where we go deeper than skin, products, and trends and explore the conversations that actually matter in health, beauty, wellness, and confidence.
We're a mother-daughter duo and the founders of Boutique Skin Envie. After years inside the industry, we've learned that health is never just about what you use. It's about everything you digest, how you think, how you live, what you eat, how you move, what you put on your skin, and how you feel in your own body.
If you're looking for insight, honesty, and a fresh perspective on the future of health, beauty, and wellness, you're in the right place.
Let's get into it.
Skin Talks podcast by Boutique Skin Envie, hosted by Beatea and Natascha.
Welcome back to another solo episode. Today we're talking everything body, which is not something we talk about that often.
No, we talk a lot about the face. We talk about the body in terms of wellness and stuff like that. But this one's really targeting the skin below your neck, sort of like your summer survival guide.
Yeah. And I think it's really important. It gets forgotten about a lot, especially when you want to talk about like neck and décolleté. It's one of the places that you see that you age the fastest.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something that we need to...
Yeah, I think
that goes for your entire body. It just really décolleté because your body's not always showing, but your décolleté usually is.
And, you know, living in Canada, we have to survive a long winter.
Yeah.
And now we go straight into summer. So everybody's super excited. And then all of a sudden, and we don't have a body culture in Canada. Like body cultures are Italy, France, you know, over in Europe, not probably, but South America. Central America, like they're very body conscious. Here, we're not so much. We take care of a lot on our face and then oftentimes forget about the body. Where the body gets more attention is like weight loss and fitness and stuff like that. But the actual skin on the body is something that we don't have as a really strong culture.
Yeah.
People will spend a fortune on their face on like creams and stuff. And then I ask them what they use on their body and they'll tell me some random brand. And when you actually look at the body on a lot of people, their skin looks dry, thin, kind of like it shows when you don't take care of your body. So we're here to give you some tips and tricks and things that you can do this summer. Definitely. And also like just incorporate it into your routine, generally speaking, because, you know, if 9 months out of the year, you're not taking care of it really, and then all of a sudden you start to take care of it, it takes time for things to start to work properly, right?
Definitely.
Also building habits. So it's good to do it all year round, things to think about.
Definitely. So let's start with the first thing that I think is most important. It would probably have to be body SPF.
Yeah.
Extremely important to be wearing SPF on the body all the time.
Yeah. And I find like body SPFs, there's few SPFs that are designated for body and face. There's a lot
like you
for
mean the both
face.
of them together?
Yeah. There's a few, like Tizo has one or two, I think. A couple of brands like Kula will have body that is face and body sunscreen. But I'm of the mindset the skin on the body is not the same as the skin on the face. So it's important to use, you know, your SPF daily on your face, obviously, that targets your skin concern and your skin type, but the body's completely different. And I think the two brands that I love that I find are really honing in on body is really Kula and Davincia.
And Estederm.
Estederm also, but I don't use a lot of Estederm products for the body. You do more than I do.
I did. I loved Estederm. I mean, I love Estederm SPF for the body. I've never had a better tan with Estederm products. I love them. They have one that's called Sun Ultimate. Yeah, Sun Ultimate body spray. They used to have, it wasn't a body spray. Now it's a body spray. Interesting. And I think it's for sensitive skins. I used to use it all the time. The only issue with me was I always had some sort of a reaction with the sun. and body
Because it's a chemical
'cause it's-
sunscreen,
Yeah,
right?
so I stopped using it because I had like rashes all over my
Yeah,
chest and
heat
everything.
rashes.
But I never like I had the best tans with Essiderm. So if your body can tolerate it, like definitely recommend Essiderm SPFs. They're
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
And your tan like lasts. Would use even the after sun, and the tan would last forever. Like just stunning.
So my personal favorite is the Da Vinci Umbrella Body Mineral
Yes.
Sunscreen Cream, but we've talked about it a lot,
Yeah.
and the reason is because I just never burned using it. But it's thick. You have to apply it well before you go outside, just so that it properly absorbs. And I always recommend to really use a really good body cream before you apply it.
Well, you also have to really rub it in your hands. Like you rub it, and it kind
Yeah.
of heats up the product a little bit. It makes the application better. Because that's what because of you, I transitioned from Essiderm to Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Because of the way my skin was reacting. I loved it too. I never got a burn from it.
No
but
burns, but you get a nice bronze, but no burns. And if you're active outside
Yeah.
and you're like in sports, tennis, golfing, running, cycling, or just sitting outside, you really do need to be very
Yeah.
careful.
I'll be
Because
honest, like I love it. I will continue to use it. I don't love that like once you go in the pool, you can kind of see the product on your
that's
skin.
why I'm saying you have to hydrate before and apply it,
Yeah,
not too
it's very
thick, and
thick.
really, really rub it in.
But regardless if that's what happens, I will still move forward
yeah.
and use it because I know that my skin is getting protected. And I know that if I were to use any other body SPF that I've like tried before, obviously there's so many out there that I haven't tried, that I will get like a rash of some sort, which is even more uncomfortable than just like the kind of purplish hue that you have on your skin.
And it is fully mineral, so it sits on your
Yeah.
skin. You have to sit this like partially. We learned recently in a recent episode that we did that mineral sunscreens do absorb a little bit, but they mostly sit as a
You can
reflection.
see that it's sitting on you.
Yeah.
Regardless, I will continue to use it. I love the product so much, even if it leaves like this weird hue.
Yeah.
I just would rather my skin get protected. I just care more
Yeah.
about that than like,
Yeah.
you know.
Because I'll tell you, like we
Maybe us putting this word out there, we'll get the founder, I forgot,
Natalie,
to create the formula to be a little bit more smooth.
Yeah.
I'll send this to her.
Yeah. Well, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
So, but you know, when you think about your face, if you go all the time in the sun and you're not wearing a proper SPF regularly on your face, you develop brown spots, right? You'll get pigment. But what people don't realize is you get the same thing on your body. And
Yeah.
I'm somebody who has pigment on my body. I mean, I do have it in my genes because I'm a Fitzpatrick 2 to 3, I think. And so I have a tendency for that because of my parents. They both have it. But I didn't do that when I was younger. And I spent a lot of time in the sun. I went into sun tanning machines when I was in my early 20s. Not a lot, but enough that it caused pigment on my body. And I'm tackling it today. But for those of you that are in your 20s and 30s, even teenage years, I really, really recommend to wear a mineral sunscreen on your body to prevent that from happening. Because if you want to IPL your body you can do it, but it's a lot more difficult because the skin on your body doesn't react the same to IPL as your face does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can still do it, but it's a longer process and it's
Bigger
just
surface area.
You can avoid it. So just wear an SPF on your body. So there's another brand that we do very well with body sunscreens, and that's Kula.
Yeah, Kula's just like a very fun,
Yeah.
like it's like an enjoyable sunscreen brand, I find, or an SPF
Yeah, it's
brand.
a
Like,
fun one. It has
it's
fun
so fun.
smells. It has like unscented, and then it'll have pina colada, mango. So you feel vacation-y kind of when you wear it.
Sprays and creams.
Sprays and creams. They have a lot of variations, and we do really, really well with it.
Honestly, yeah.
So there's fragrance free if you don't want anything. And then there's also pina colada and mango scents and tropical scents and stuff.
Yeah.
But they have their sunscreens available in creams, and they also have them in sprays.
Yeah, or aerosols.
Tip for you, if you're going to use a spray, I would always do it before you go out, just because if you're sitting on the beach and you start spraying your skin, like the wind takes the spray.
Yes.
So you want to apply it indoors where there's no wind. So because I've gone through a bottle of that stuff in 20 seconds once on a vacation because I just was doing it on the beach thinking, oh, no problem. And then it doesn't apply, and then you have to rub it, then you have sand on your body. It really sucks. So do it before you go out.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into
The next one.
yeah.
Bumpy arms and rough patches,
Which
also
is-
known as.
It's you can have bumpy rough patches on your skin that's dry. skin.
I will always get dry patches on my skin when it's winter time. Like as soon as it turns from like fall to a little bit of colder, I'm prone to dry patches.
Right, because we don't moisturize our body morning and evening. We usually do it once a day in the morning. It's dry, there's heat, like the cold, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it's caused by heat and cold and just dryness. And, heating in your house dries your skin out.
Brutal.
But oftentimes it's something called Keratosis pilaris, which is quite common. And basically what it is keratin plugging the hair follicles, and it creates this like bump. What a lot of people do is they scratch it. You get it oftentimes like on the back of your arms, on your legs, on your calves, and people will over exfoliate and scrub it and kind of pick it. And that really just makes it worse. It can also cause PIH, which is post-inflammatory pigment, which can have long-term disadvantages for the body, the skin on the body, because it scars you, right? So when you have these kinds of conditions that are bumpiness and uneven skin tone, the real fix for me is really just gentle exfoliation and consistent hydration. And I love acids on the body.
Like a glycolic acid.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I like acids on the body. And one of the products that came newer to the market about 2 years ago, but hasn't quite taken off yet, and I've tried it and I love it, is called the Biophora Velvet Body Cream. It's an AHA body cream, and it's the go-to for smoothing bumps. So you apply it every day, and it gently exfoliates every day, but hydrates at the same time. So use that on your Keratosis pilaris daily over several months, and you're going to see an improvement with that. The other thing that I like is there's another one from Eminence that I discovered more recently, and it's called the Eminence Mangosteen Body Lotion, and it contains lactic acid, which is a milk derivative, and that it gently resurfaces and hydrates at the same time. I'll be honest with you, I haven't tried this product, but it is quite popular. The idea is gentle exfoliation, because lactic acid is very gentle on the skin, but it doesn't have the same effect as glycolic.
Yeah.
But it, like I said, gently exfoliates and it hydrates at the same time.
There's also I'm trying to find the name of it, but there's the Marini Solutions body.
Yeah, but I don't know. They have a body.
It's a bioglycolic.
It's an exfoliator for the shower.
Okay, yeah. It's glycolic.
Got glycolic in it. Marini Skin Solutions. That's an excellent one. It's called the Bioglycolic Body Scrub, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But it's got gentle beads in it and AHA. So what I would do with a product like that is I would apply it before I get in the shower, and then rinse it in the shower. Because
you let it sit a little bit?
Yeah. So put it on and let it sit for a minute, because the enzymes I think it's enzymatically, but also it has AHAs, I think, in it. But anyways, it's better to apply to dry skin and rub it, but don't go nuts. Like, don't over exfoliate. You still want to be gentle on your body, even though the skin is different. The other thing is their weekly exfoliation. So things like, we have the Renaissance Glove, which is available in 3 different colors that you can use on your body. That's amazing. Beautiful. I use it all the time. It's very popular. And then there's other products. All of the brands pretty much have body exfoliators, but one that I love is the Eminence Cranberry Pomegranate Sugar Scrub, or the Stone Crop Revitalizing Body Scrub. And also Da Vinci has the Silvetta Energizing Exfoliator. Yeah. They're all great. They're
also,
great.
You want to know what I realized? That I had like some not patchiness, but I had like bumps on the back of my arms, which I know it's not I think I was forgetting to put body cream on, and I just got like kind of dry. But I used these Skin Health Dual Action Scrub. Like a face scrub on and it helped.
Yeah, well, because that's enzymatic, that's granular, and I think it's
just what I had in my shower, and I was like, I'm just gonna use it now to really help.
It does help.
It did help.
Well, you should be exfoliating your body the same way you exfoliate your face, because when you put body creams on and other treatment products, like say you're tackling cellulite and stuff like that, which is going to be our next topic, when you exfoliate, it preps the skin for whatever you put on top of it. So it'll have a better penetration, therefore a better action.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into cellulite.
This is an interesting conversation, because it's something that like a lot of people suffer with. It's annoying.
I think most women suffer with it, some men, But I will say that you can have a person that's more round, that has not a stitch of cellulite on them. And then you can have somebody who's very, very, very thin or very, very fit, toned, and has a ton of cellulite. So it's cellulite for me, generally speaking, and it's a complicated subject because there's different types of cellulite, but mostly it's hormonally driven. You know, mostly it has to do with our hormones.
Water retention.
Yeah, and almost every woman has it. You know, it's just a fact. And so in reality, no skin cream is going to completely erase it, because it has to do with your body, but also has to do with diet, has to do with a lot of different things. So you can't, it's not just a one size fits all. So in my opinion, body creams are there to support, to improve the appearance. But what I really like even more is the body tools that are available to help support that.
So we have a lot of them.
Yeah. And so let's talk about a couple body products, and also at the same time, we can touch on tools. If you're wanting to really treat cellulite, you can go to a clinic. There's a lot of devices on the market that are going to work on, you know, unfortunately, there's a lot that works on fat reduction, so melting fat, but not a whole lot of them have a modality that's going to break up cellulite and firm the tissue. So when you do those types of treatments, really do your homework on it, because I find the best machines that I've ever run into or come across in my 30 years of being in this industry and seeing the evolution of the industry are really machines that do this pinch and roll technique, so palpé roulé.
Isn't that also like a lymphatic drainage in a way?
It is. It breaks up the cellulite almost. And then, you know, through different modalities and you know, sometimes ultrasound and suction and a lot of different things, you can break down the cellulite and then have it drain inside the body. But a lot of times what happens is it leaves the skin a little bit flask. So you really have to be careful. But pinch and roll technique, in my opinion, it has a very positive effect on it. And so does lymphatic drainage, which feels like pinch and roll is really painful almost. It breaks down, and depending on the kind of cellulite that you have, it can be very, very painful. Some people, if you pinch their skin on their leg, it's truly, truly painful. It's tight, it's inflamed. Other people, it's not, you know, so it's always, everybody's different. But I find that is, and then the lymphatic drainage is very, very light. So you have one that's quite aggressive to pinch and roll, and then you have another one that's just working the surface for lymphatic drainage, and is quite light and gentle, which is kind of like one treats that it hurts, one treats that it's almost like doesn't feel like it's doing anything.
Yeah, and you're like confused.
But depending on the kind of cellulite that you have, and if it's water retention related or what it is, I think a combination of the both can be very effective when you combine it also with specific body products. So let's talk about a couple of products. Da Vinci has the Silhouette Lipotonic Gel, which is a firming gel that smooths and sort of helps with dimpling.
Yeah. That
one is quite interesting. There's also, you have talked about the ones from France L'Or. There's a body product from France L'Or.
No, France L'Or has a really good roller. It comes with it's like a handle thing.
Oh,
Remember,
I have it in my
one?
shower.
Me too, I have it. But De La Harte also has really good body sculpting tools.
De La Harte has some excellent ones, but they have one that you hold with your hand. It's wooden. It's shaped like a small. It's small, yeah.
Same with
and you really that's kind of like the palpé roulé, the pinch and roll that I was talking about, because you rub it and it breaks things up. Yeah. And the one from France L'Or that you have has two different pieces and when you take that and you roll and do that in the shower, it stimulates blood circulation and it helps to break it up. Mm-hmm. So, and then also you have the body tool, which is the lymphatic drainage tool from De La Harte. Yeah. Which you've used before. We did a podcast with the owner.
Tool, yeah. And that helps with lymphatic drainage. That's what it's mostly for. So it helps also with the entire, you pull it up your body.
And you lie on your back, right? When you're doing it. Didn't she say that when we did that? You lie on your back and you kind of pull it.
Yeah, for sure different techniques.
To the lymphatic and kind of help to drain it out. Yeah. Those are some great tools. They also have the body brush, which has a lymphatic drainage effect.
So we have multiple body brushes from Nelly DeVos, Skinny Confidential,
Yeah, a
Della
lot.
Hart. We have a lot of really great ones.
Yeah.
So that also helps.
That helps. And then obviously creams, lotions like the Da Vinci one, which we talked about before. Estederm has some excellent cellulite serums. And so does Maricor. We don't talk a lot about Maricor, but that has a cellulite cream. It's actually, the name is called cellulite cream, I think. Most like Sotis, all the European brands, because Europe is a very high body culture.
Yeah.
You will
have
find
products to
like
support
I
that.
think in Babor, we have some body cellulite creams. I think in most European brands, they really specialize that. But oftentimes even Cell Cosmed, it's not necessarily always a cream. It's more like a serum. So it's a thinner consistency. So you always have to put a hydrator on top of it. It's really treatment focused. But the thing that you need to remember when it's coming to body is you need to improve your circulation to have firmer looking skin. You need to hydrate. You need to do it regularly. This is not a 30-day. So if you want to tackle it, it should be really part of your daily routine in the morning. And if you're tackling very difficult cellulite, like there's one product that I was using from Cell Cosmed, it was morning and evening. So twice a day you apply it. There are some products that heat. They'll make your skin really, really red, almost like you've put hot chilies on it to stimulate blood circulation. Some of them contain caffeine, but they're all about draining and creating movement in the body. So when you use the tools combined with the treatments and good hydration, and of course, diet and exercise, you can make a difference, but it's not going to make it disappear. That's just the truth.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
There are thousands of products out there. Every brand claims to be clean, clinical, or the best. It's impossible to know who to trust. At Boutique Skin Envie, we do the work for you. We don't carry everything. We curate only the brands and products that are science-backed, results-driven, that we love and feel are truly worth your skin and your money. No paid placements, no hype, no guessing, just skincare you can trust, with real guidance from people who actually care. Use code SkinTalks15 at bskinenvie.ca. That's BSKINENVIE.ca for 15% off your first order.
Let's get into stretch marks because that's another big topic.
Yeah,
and
stretch marks.
So stretch marks are caused by either extreme quick weight gain,
or like pregnancy,
weight loss, I believe also, but like say more prevalent is weight gain.
Yeah, because it's stretching your skin.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a scar on the inside, and it presents itself pink or purple or red.
Yeah.
And you can, when it's healed, it's white, so you can actually see the divot. So you can see the skin actually kind of broke. The fibers and everything that hold things together kind of break because it's too fast.
Yeah.
But there's some great products on the market to help hydrate your skin, to give it the elasticity that you need. I mean, if you're prone to stretch marks because it's in your family history, like your mom had it, your grandmother had it, you're likely going to have it. Also depending on how, like when you're pregnant or how much weight you do gain. But if you manage it, let's say you're pregnant and you want to really manage it like you did, Tash, you still got a couple.
I still got stretch marks.
But if you wouldn't have used the creams, like I didn't get any stretch marks really when I was pregnant. I got one on my breast and one on the top of my thigh. But I only got the one on my breast when my milk came in. So it was
I
like
have one on my breast too because my boobs just engorged.
Yeah. But
like, whoa.
I gained a lot of weight during my pregnancy, but I swear to God, I slathered myself. And I'm sure if you wouldn't have done all the things that you did during your pregnancy, it would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Because my mother has them. You know, when I was a teenager, I got them when I grew.
Me too. I have them on my
and
bum
gained
and
a
my
little bit
hips.
of weight. Yeah.
I think it's normal.
So you can, you know, if you're going to get them, you're probably going to get them.
Yeah.
But you can use some products that are going to help to ease it and also perhaps improve how bad it could get. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about a couple of products that we love.
So there's the Agile Nature Holy Body Oil. That's really good.
It's safe to use during pregnancy too.
Yeah. And then there's one product that I use from France L'Or. It's called the France L'Or Elasticity Stretch Mark Formula. It's the Aqualor, under like the body is Aqualor. And this one really helps overall, just like close the, let's say like the width of the stretch mark. Like it just brings
So it's to treat stretch marks that are active.
Yes, but not white.
And so
have to be
did you
like-
use it did you use it preventatively during your pregnancy or only once you started to get them?
Only once I started to get them
Okay.
because I was using another product during my pregnancy that actually is now discontinued. So like, why mention it? But this one I use now, it really helps diminish the appearance of recent colored stretch marks. So like the depth and the width of it, and it's to paint like only on like the red ones. If once it's white, I don't think this cream
There's
that really
not much you
helps.
can do.
Yeah. So this really helps. It's also like, it's very thick, nice, and moisturizing. I love that one.
There's also the one from De La Harte, the body oil and the cacao whipped body butter. Those two products are excellent for hydration.
De La Harte had the belly
balm, but it was
balm. It
discontinued.
just got discontinued, which is what I used. It was like an oil base, which was really nice.
Yeah.
But one thing that I really notice a difference on my current stretch marks, which I work on often, is a body roller.
So microneedling.
I will microneedle. Like I have stretch marks on the like I had one really strong stretch mark on the inside of my thigh, but more like towards the top. So you can like see it if I'm wearing shorts. And I was microneedling that stretch mark specifically for like a pretty often, like every 2 to 3 days. Now I do it less. And
do you notice the difference?
The depth of it is, the depth is like, I don't notice so much in the, let's say like the length of it, but the depth of the stretch mark, like you could really see that my skin was like, there was a massive divot. Now it's kind of flattened out and like the width of it got smaller.
What's the color of it?
Still a little bit purple.
So the thing is, when you have stretch marks that are still in that purple phase,
that's when you work on them.
That's the time.
Yeah.
You really have to work.
I do that.
Because once it gets white, it's already healed. Yeah. So it's still, for people that are listening to this in terms of what microneedling does, and there's a lot that microneedling does, but in an easy explanation for it from my perspective is it creates these micro injuries in your skin, right? And when you have an injury in your skin, or a muscle or any part of your body, but basically the body goes into a healing response mode, right? So you have a cut on your hand, or like me, I have a cat scratch on my face. And I've been watching it heal, and it bleeds, then it coagulates, it starts to ooze white. Like there's a lot, the body is it's working on healing it. And so when you use microneedling, you're provoking that response for the body to go in and heal. So no matter what you're dealing with, whether it's a scar from a stretch mark or other things like redness, acne scars, when you do it regularly, and it's safe to use every day, just an FYI, the one from Environ, it's called the Environ Cosmetic Body Roll CIT, but they also have ones for the face. When you use it regularly, it's naturally healing the skin. It provokes the healing response, so the healing time speeds up, but it also helps to rebuild collagen. So everything improves when you're using a roller. Even just skin redness improves, which is what we don't realize, that like people say, oh, but my skin's red, so I shouldn't microneedling when I have rosacea or redness. No. And it's totally the opposite. Yeah. So it creates tiny microchannels. And then also what it does is when you microneedle before the application of product, you actually help the penetration of the product to go deeper into the skin. So for example, Environ also has a body oil that you can apply after microneedling or during. Some people put it on before and then microneedle it on. It helps with the penetration of the product. So the overall results that you get from doing this are really, really profound.
No, I really see a difference. I'm even going to go in treatment and do it with a professional to really see the before and afters of that. Because if like at home does it, then I can't imagine what treatment will do.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a game changer for me.
Yeah. That's if you really want to see results, I would say like, yes, the creams work, but you really should do like a modality like microneedling to really see the profound difference.
Yeah, it really works. It works.
Another thing,
go ahead.
For stretch marks, when you become pregnant, one of the key ingredients for preventing stretch marks is called Centella asiatica.
Yeah.
Asiatica, yeah.
Yeah.
That like is like the number one ingredient that you want to look for. That's
Yeah.
going to help with the hydration of your skin and really prevent stretch marks. Not saying that it's like 100% going to remove it. Like it's not guaranteed, but it will really help with it because it's super hydrating.
You need to support it.
Yeah.
If you know, why wouldn't you do that?
There's a lot of body oils and a lot of serums, a lot of creams that have that ingredient in it. So do your research, make sure you look for that ingredient. That's really going to help when it comes to keeping your skin like hydrated and help with the elasticity when like you're really like just
especially
growing,
pregnancy,
you know?
yeah. Or growing up, you know, when you go from, 10 to 11, 12 and all the, there's those years where you go into,
When I developed a booty, that's when I got all my stretch marks.
You get it. I remember being a kid and looking on my butt and being like, what is those red marks on my butt?
See,
but I was 12, 13 years old.
I just remember the white.
No, I noticed it. I noticed I had red lines all over my butt when I was a teenager because I grew quickly. So when your skin's super hydrated, when you're treating it, when you're microneedling, it makes a big difference for when you get older.
All right. So the next one, this is really sensitive also to me, is sweat, odor, and the deodorant talk. I have really sensitive underarms. So finding a deodorant for me has been a struggle. Like I will literally break out into like an insane rash. And like crazy things from deodorants.
I'm going to talk about a new product that we just launched that I think you should try.
Oh, yeah.
But let's get into the whole deodorant talk. And like, there's a lot of controversy right now in the market. You know, we used to have Secret. We used to have all these like standard marketed.
Also, like, I think the big thing came from the products being antiperspirant, which basically stops your body from sweating,
which is very dangerous.
Yeah. I think that's like where a lot of the controversy came, because it's like, why aren't you allowing your body to sweat?
It sweats because it needs to sweat.
Yeah. But then again, it's also the ingredients. You're in a dry, humid area.
Well, also, you have a lot of lymph nodes underneath your arms, right? Like in your armpits, you have a lot of lymph nodes and stuff like that. And I'm not speculating that this is the cause of breast cancer or other types of cancers, but maybe it could be. You know what I mean? So then there was a lot of panic around the aluminum. And a lot of that I think might be overblown. Like people hook onto something and like go crazy about it.
But I really do think like people are not looking at like even the deodorants that are fragranced.
They're not, no, in those days people were douching, for Christ's sakes. Like, sorry for my language, but they were douching. Women were douching with fragrance. It's like something you put inside of you to smell good. And it's totally knocks off everything.
Fragrances really are just hormone disruptors. I strongly believe in that. And I can't imagine like in a dark, humid place, you're putting like this vanilla scent under your armpits. Like, I think that's why I got all these like reactions, because of the fragrance.
Yeah, you got sensitized to it.
Oh my God, yeah.
So, and nobody thought about it in those days. The same thing like feminine hygiene products like tampons and pads and all these things. Nobody thought about that stuff.
And you want to know what I did during COVID?
Yeah.
I thank God it was COVID, because we never were allowed to leave our house. But I did it, like I was using non-organic, like regular deodorants. I had to detox from deodorant, which was like a talked about thing at that time, whereas like everyone's like detoxing from using antiperspirants and using these like regular deodorants that have all this fragrance and all these chemicals in it. And I had to detox from it. And I kid you not, like I would shower, wash myself, get out of the shower and still smell, because my body was going through so much of a detox. And I remember my ex-boyfriend was like, girl, like, did you use, I'm like, yeah, I used like soap. Like I'm cleaning myself, but it was so bad. And I think it lasted like a good 2 weeks. And after that, I didn't have that smell anymore. Like my body had to like get rid of, I don't know, like, did it have to get rid of it? I don't even know what was happening, but like I had never during that time when I stopped using regular retail deodorants, that like my body was going through a transition. Like I was smelling so strong. Like I've never smelled like that before. It was so intense.
You were kind of retraining your body.
Yeah, but like I would get out of the shower and I would lift my armpit and I would smell like BO. Like I had just showered. So I was going through, my body was going through something. And then now I obviously don't have that anymore. I'm using a lot better deodorants, like better,
more natural.
I want to say natural, clean ingredients, whatever.
Or aluminum free, which is the thing that is more important.
And now I have no issue with my underarms whatsoever. Like I just remember that being this crazy thing.
Yeah, you had to go through a detoxification from it. So
crazy.
So basically, the difference between the two is an antiperspirant blocks the sweat, so stops you from sweating, where a deodorant handles the odor. Okay. We have a couple on BSC that we really love and that I've checked, and especially this one, the Agent Nature, they have the Holy Stick. It's available in six different scents, but I checked it on the Yuka app and it scores a 10 on 10. So they're very safe, aluminum free. They're gentle on the skin's microbiome, because you have to think about the microbiome. There's a whole thing going on underneath your armpits with like dry, sweating, dark, all these things. And it's also safe to use during pregnancy. I've given it to a couple of girlfriends of mine. They loved it, loved the smells, didn't cause any irritation after extended use. And so I highly recommend the Agent Nature. But the one I wanted to talk to you about, which is brand new, and I found this one recently, it's called the Aro Underarm Spray, ARO Underarm Spray. And it's the only glycolic acid deodorant spray that is so clever. Okay.
Oh, because it's glycolic, so it's also going to help with
super
like
smart.
darkness.
It's a smart deodorant. So you think of glycolic acid as being aggressive, but it's not. It's actually very hydrating. And it, instead of masking odor, the glycolic acid lowers the skin's pH so that the bacteria that causes the odor can't survive there in the first place.
I need to try this.
And because it's glycolic acid, it does double duty. So it's gently smoothing the texture. Because a lot of people also get a lot of darkness, like you see people lift their arms.
But also roughness.
Roughness.
Yeah.
So it helps to fade out the darkness and smooth the skin and the shadows under the arm. And it's aluminum free, and you can use it on your face and body too. So
I'm
even
gonna try that.
Yeah.
No, I really am going to try it. I don't have darkness under my arms.
It's really interesting. The only thing is Irene from the office bought it for her son. And she said that you just have to be careful because it's literally a spray. So she goes, you have to like pull a little bit farther away from underneath your arm, because if you go too close, it's just going to spray like in one spot. So go
you want to get it like,
a little bit farther. So hold it a little bit farther away. And it takes a minute to get used to the application, because we don't do sprays under the arms, right? We have rollers, we have
no, there's sprays on the market,
but not that many.
A lot of men.
Yes, but that's like those are the retail
aerosol
brands that are what are not so good for you, right? So this is a different approach. Anyways, we started to sell them, and so with any spray, like if you're using that spritz spray, even with hair products and stuff, sometimes the tip will get a little bit clogged. So if it doesn't come out smooth, just go in with a little pin and open it back up again, because that can happen. I'm just trying to prevent people from giving up if there's ever a problem. We haven't heard about it, but I'm
going to try it and
anticipating
we'll come back to
it.
you.
The other things that really help with body odor and sweating is using breathable natural fabrics that give a neutral deodorant, and to give your deodorant several weeks to start to work. Like don't think that you wear it the first day and it's going to work. Sometimes it takes time. The same way you had to come off and detox.
That was crazy.
It can be the same thing the other way until your body gets used to it.
Yeah.
Okay. We talked a lot about deodorant. I've not really ever talked about deodorant before, but
No one ever really does.
We have some even like in Payot.
But I think a lot of people suffer like from
a lot
odor and all this stuff. It's like, it's hard and it's discouraging when you know that you smell yourself and you're like, you don't smell good.
And oftentimes people,
summer and heat, like,
but
it's
sometimes
hard.
people don't even smell themselves as everybody else that smells them, right?
Yeah.
There's brands like Dr. Hauschka that has some beautiful deodorants as well that are natural. There's also Payot, P-A-Y-O-T, if anybody's interested in trying that. It's a French brand, but they have a whole men's range, and they have an optimal deodorant that we sell a ton of for men. So there's a lot out there. A little goes a long way. So if the price tag might seem a little bit higher, but you're going to get a more secure, safer result from it.
Next up is self-tanning. Super fun, super exciting. I am a big self-tanner.
Not me. But
oh, I love it.
I know you've always loved it. I've never been a self-tanner.
I like just feeling tanned. What did Kylie Jenner say in the most recent podcast that she did? She said, sometimes I'm feeling depressed and then I realize I'm just not tanned.
Yes, I've seen that on Instagram
and like,
too.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
I feel the same. Like it is just, you feel, this is a little toxic, but when you have a spray tan on, like feel better. I'm like, I look skinnier. It's like toxic, whatever.
But the body looks nicer with the tan.
The body looks nicer when you're tanned.
The skin looks nicer.
You just look more radiant. You look a little,
less
more
pasty.
snatched, like all these things are just, you look more beautiful in a way, like your body just
or you
radiates
just feel more beautiful in your own skin.
But your skin looks better. You kind of feel better, right?
Yeah.
So like, I love self tanners. I'm a big.
I'm going to try one because I just found out that Nuda.
They just launched a new body cream.
No, but they launched a product that's a body makeup.
That's the instant bronzing
no, it's the
body
tone
cream.
foam, I think it's called, or something like that. They have a new product. I have to look at it, what it is.
Well, there's a body product.
Look
it's
it up
called the
while
Glow
we're
Melt.
talking. No, but it's not a self tanner. It's just a makeup. It's like you put on and it's a makeup.
And it goes dark.
And it just tans your skin. But you can shower. It showers off. That's my point.
Instant bronzing
I'll
body
try
cream.
that.
It's the Glow Melt.
It's
like
the
you
Glow
literally
Melt?
put it on and your skin's a different color. It's a new launch.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. I have a friend that purchased it and she just said she really likes it. But I wonder if I want to know if it transfers onto white. Anyways, let's get into preparing your body for the ultimate self tan.
So first thing, you want to make sure your skin's very hydrated. You don't want to hydrate. You don't want to hydrate before you get a self tanner.
No, it's got to be on clean, dry skin.
Yes, but your skin needs to be hydrated. Like you need to not have dry patches. Like you need to make sure, like prior 2 weeks before getting a spray tan, like make sure you're putting on body cream.
But that's spray tan. I'm talking about self tan at home.
Doesn't matter. Same thing.
Both. Okay.
Yeah, you need to be hydrated because that's how the product's going to stick on you, and you're going to have not a patchy tan, right? When
because it'll get darker, like your elbows and stuff and your knees and stuff,
and then
right?
you also really want to exfoliate. Make sure your body's good exfoliated. You're getting all the dead cells off.
And we have the Renaissance glove. I know that Nuda has exfoliating gloves or mitts, and they also have a body exfoliator.
Yes.
Okay,
and,
so it's always the day before you should exfoliate too.
Yes.
Okay.
Or the morning of.
Yeah, but your skin needs to be clean, dry, and exfoliated.
Yeah, and ideally, if you're getting a spray tan, like make sure you're shaved.
Yes.
Like, because also like your hair follicles, if you're like, if you have some hair, like the tan will kind of like
make it darker in the follicle. Okay.
So even at home, you want to make sure like you're shave your legs, whatever it is that you do, so that you have an even tan.
Okay.
And then you can apply the mousse with the mitt. Yeah. And you just make sure you evenly apply it throughout your body if you're going to do like a mousse.
And they also have the mousse in different shades, right?
Yes.
So you have like an original. Is there an original one? Like just.
No, that's the face mist. You have light, medium, dark, like dark, extra
and
dark.
they also have, so there's 4 colors. 3?
Light, medium.
Okay.
Medium, dark.
So all Fitzpatrick's.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
However you want to do it with a mitt. They also
how do you apply a mousse? Like what do you?
I sprayed in my mitt.
Oh, you do.
Well, I always put cream around my ankles and my knees and my elbows, and because I don't really want where like my skin bends, I don't really want like darkness there.
Yeah.
And then I'll apply the mousse directly on the mitt, and I start rubbing in circular motions.
And is it easy to see where the product is applied?
Yes. When you're using a mousse that's like the Nuda mousse, yes, they do have one that is transparent that I think is harder because you don't really see where the product is going. So that's more difficult. But then when you do that, you have absolutely no transfer. So like there's pros and cons. It depends what the person wants.
But you notice when you put a mousse on that's transparent because your skin will be more hydrated in those areas, right?
Yes, I think so. I've never used that one. I'm pretty sure, but
we sell lots of it.
Like you don't really see. I mean, I think if you're using a mitt, you're never really going to have like weird streaks. I think
so it prevents the streaking.
The mitts, yeah.
Okay.
And then, so yeah, you apply it everywhere. You make sure you're creamed in those areas before you apply it everywhere in circular motions.
Okay. And only where you would not apply it like on the inside of your arms or under your arms, but that's not where the sun ever hits you.
Well, you still do. I still do it like this. I still
Otherwise
but then always make sure you wash your hands and like around your wrists because then you're going to have like that weird splotchiness, which is like.
But what they have is they have a tan remover too. So if you do make mistakes on your knuckles or on your hands, on your palms, they do have the Nuda Sunless Tan Remover, which I think is really smart.
They just launched a new product, which I want to talk about. It's the gradual self-tanning milk. It's called the Silk Milk. This is a body hydrator and gradual tanner. So I apply this as a body cream. You can use a mitt. I use my hands because like whatever. It's like a body cream.
It's very subtle.
Very subtle. And like throughout the day, you see your skin getting darker. And it's like very gradual. And then like the next day, if you want to have a darker tan, you reapply the cream. It like depends on how tanned you want to go, but it's not so much of like a mousse where you're getting that. it's more of a hydrating as well.
Yeah.
And it's not as instant, which I really like that.
Yeah.
I've used that a couple of times. And
So what
love
I
it.
like about that, and I'll tell you, I'm just remembering back to probably 20 years ago, I went on vacation and I bought the Estederm. I did use the Estederm body product, but they had a hydrating product that had a self tanner in it. And I remember it just took my bronze from being in the sun on vacation and just made it richer. Mm-hmm. But I remember I didn't know, because when I came back 2 weeks later, I was noticing my tan was getting these marks. And I was like, oh, okay. So it was a self-tanning body lotion. Yeah. So this is the same thing. I love that.
Now, that being said, that's for the body. They also have for the face different kinds of products. But yes, this is body speaking. I just love Nuda. They're so innovative. They're
Quebec too. They're Quebec brand.
The owners are amazing.
Canadians. Yeah, very nice. Two women, and they're really doing exceptionally well in the market.
Yeah.
They own the self-tanning market in Canada, I would say. Also the United States.
They changed the industry, because before it was like very much like this really horrid smell that you would have.
And also I'm getting orangey.
Orange. There's no orange here.
Yeah. Another product or another brand that I've seen pop up very, very strong, and we have a couple of influencers or creators that we work with that really love this product, and it's called James Reed. Self Glow by James Reed, and they have the Endless Summer Gradual Tan Moisturizer. They have the Sunrise to Sundown Tinted Tan Serum. They have the H2O Illuminating Tan Mist, and they have probably like 4 or 5 other products. Those are the 3 that I mentioned are some of the top products in the brand. But this you can mix it in with your moisturizer. Apparently it gives you an unbelievable tan without going in the sun.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they have tan drops that you can apply with your moisturizer, so that you also have a gradual tan, which I like tan drops a lot, because you can control how tan you want to go. You put it in your moisturizer, you rub it in.
What about the bronzing drops from...
that's not a tan.
That's just to bronze, eh? That's from Nuda. Well, they think about everything, right? These brands that are specializing in that really think about everything related to multiple tans.
There's clients that want different things and prefer different kind of formulation, so they really cater to that. But overall, like if you're going to get a tan, you're going to do your instant, like you're going to do your mousse, whatever it is, always make sure that you let it chill for however long it says. I usually go a couple hours, and then always hydrate like twice a day afterwards to prolong your tan as long as possible and to avoid getting patches.
What about exfoliation?
No, you don't exfoliate when you have a self tanner on.
But what happens if doesn't it come off sort of splotchy?
So my trick is I sit in the bath and my pores kind of open with the heat. And like I've gone in a bath before and I let sort of like my pores open, and then the self tan kind of goes into the bathtub. Like you can see the water. Sometimes it's happened to me and get like a little.
And then you can exfoliate if you want to redo it.
If you want to get it off.
Okay.
But don't exfoliate when you have it on, because then you're just going to exfoliate it off.
But sometimes I think after 2 weeks or so, you want to kind of exfoliate to bring it some evenness to it. But if you hydrate it well.
If you hydrate perfectly, it'll last you like 2 weeks. But if you're not doing it as religiously, it'll be like a week and a half.
Okay. But now they've got these supplement products that you can apply on top to kind of extend and to equalize also, right? Yeah. So that's great. Well, I'm going to try it. I will try it. So the good news is that you can get that summer glow without ever having to go in the sun.
Yeah.
Which is so amazing. I wish that they had this 30 years ago.
I go on vacation, I already look so tan. It's like I've been in the sun, but and everyone else is like pasty white. I'm like, and I don't even have to really lie in the sun. It's great.
My thing is that I did one time a spray tan, and I was totally traumatized because I do have spots from sun damage on my body and my legs.
They got darker.
And they got black, like super black. So they stood out, and I was like, oh my God. So I've always shied away from it because of that. But I will try some products.
Try gradual tanner.
I will try it just to give myself that, because right now I won't wear a skirt because I'm so pasty white.
Yeah.
It's bad. Okay. Let's get into take it or leave it.
Yes. So a little rapid fire round. Dry brushing for circulation and the look of cellulite. Take it.
Yeah, I'll take that. But don't forget you have to use other products too.
Cellulite creams that promise to erase it for good.
No, leave it. But you can use some products that will help you to mitigate,
but it won't erase
like improve it.
Scrubbing your KP bumps until they go red.
Leave it.
Full body exfoliation every single day. Leave
it. Twice a week, 3 times a week.
Self-tanning without exfoliating first. Leave it.
You have to exfoliate first.
The aluminum deodorant is dangerous. Panic.
Well, it's kind of in the middle. I think for me, it's in the middle. Apparently, there's no evidence that proves that it's that dangerous, but I rather leave
I'll just
it.
take it.
I rather go for something more natural. But when you're using other things that are natural doesn't mean safer.
The aluminum deodorant is dangerous panic. You take it.
Yeah.
You don't leave it. Okay.
Yeah.
Skipping body SPF because you tan easily.
No,
leave
absolutely not. I see some content creators online saying, I use SPF every single day on my face, but I don't need to on my body.
Yeah. And
No, you do.
And I don't eat seed oils or whatever, and that helps. Like, there's some weird stuff about oils.
Forget about it. Use this SPF on your body.
Slathering on body oil while your skin is damp from the shower.
I would say take it because it'll help to spread the body oil, and the water will evaporate. But for me, a body oil is just not enough. I have to put a cream on top too.
Alrighty.
So
let's talk about a really quick routine for somebody who's listening and is interested in a simple summer body routine.
Yeah, I want to talk about one brand in this where we haven't spoken about it yet, but it's the Cellulite brand. It's a French brand. Beautiful brand, very popular in the eastern part of Canada. And I think it's trying to move its way out west, but it's an incredible brand. It's called Cellulite. They have a great body line. They have shower creams and they have shower gels. Agent Nature has also a beautiful body wash.
So first things first, in the shower, you want to use a body wash. We have tons. We have Grown Alchemist. We have
all of the brands have it.
Yeah.
Cellulite has like the cherry blossom and the lotus escape.
Yeah, they have more sensual.
Invigorating. They have the lemon and
yourself.
petit grain. Like it's very invigorating when you use citrus and stuff. So it's a sensory experience as well.
Then once or twice a week, you're exfoliating your skin. Also in the shower.
Yeah, De La Harte has the brush. Eminence has the body scrub.
That's you do before your shower. If you're using a body brush, you body brush before because then you're taking off the dead skin cells. You want to wash it off after. So that depends. Body brush is before shower. If you're doing in the shower, the Eminence body scrubs are amazing. Then every day on slightly damp skin, you want to moisturize after your shower.
So Cellulite has amazing ones. So most brands, French brands, will have like a lotion, but they'll have a cream.
Yeah.
So lotions are more for all skin types. Creams are more for drier skin types.
Yeah.
The skin on your body as it ages will get drier. So to prevent that like very, very thin looking skin.
I'm loving the Hydrinity Encore body lotion.
Yeah.
That is
I used it,
delicious.
but it's not hydrating enough for me.
I love it. Because I apply it and it's like you don't feel it after.
Right.
And I'm testing it out to see how I feel, but I feel pretty hydrated. And I feel kind of like soft also. Love that.
It also improves the texture. It's really an aging product as well.
And in the morning, it's summertime, you are using a body SPF on anything that will see the sun.
Yeah.
Arms, décolleté, neck, all of that.
All the areas, yeah.
Now, a little fun extras. What you can do is 5 minutes a day, use the De La Harte body tool or a roller to help with lymphatic drainage.
Cellulite.
Exactly. That's like fun. It's also like self-care moments, like really kind of indulge in yourself. And if you're seeing any like rash or KPs getting a little bit out of control or like you're seeing moles,
anything painful on the body or spreading, stop what you're doing and see a doctor. Don't try and scrub things off your body.
All right, to close this fun solo, we're going to do our rapid fire once again. So one body skin habit everyone should start this week.
Exfoliation.
Same. The body myth you most want to kill for good.
Not wearing SPF on your body in the summer.
Yeah. The one body product you'd never give up on.
And a hydration cream.
Yeah.
And a hand cream. Like, honestly, I'm a hand cream girl. Hydration on the body, yeah. And a good one, not just like a superficial one. Get proper body creams.
So for beautiful body longevity, treat your body like you treat your skin. Take care of your
like
entire
you treat your face.
Atmosphere of your body.
Yeah.
Do it all.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and we will see you next Wednesday. Thank you for listening to Skin Talks.
If this episode inspired you, taught you something new, or just made you feel seen, please share with someone you love. And if you believe in thoughtful and empowering conversations that help you make better choices for yourself around your beauty and wellness, please rate and review the show. It helps us to grow our community, and we deeply appreciate it. Because this isn't just about skin.
It's about claiming your beauty, feeling strong, informed, and at home in yourself.
See you next week.